Hey, so today, it's a continuation with Dexter. Now, where we left off is basically like after season 1, we end up finishing up the end of the Ice Pick Killer and the end of Deborah's insanity. And unfortunately, we're on season 2. Nothing really new of the other characters, besides we have Michael Keaton guy, and Deborah is dating a few guys, especially the FBI guy who's investigating the Bay Harbor Butcher, aka Dexter, his murders. And then they end up some comic book people made a comic book of the Bay Harbor Butcher, calling him the Nightman, whatever it's called. Basically, they made Dexter a superhero, which Dexter fantasized of saving his mom from the mob gang, it was pretty sweet. It's pretty funny, no biggie. But anywho, and so basically, Rita, she assumes Dexter he's in a drug addiction, so she begs him, force him to basically to go to a group meeting, which ironically it actually helped Dexter to get away, so Duke can fuck off basically. And during the entire show, you get to know of Lila, who the character, like I said, isn't really gonna be interesting, but that's okay. She's gonna die in the end of the season because the fact that she literally not only killed Dukes, but she almost killed basically all the kids in the show. So, hey, I don't blame Dexter. Anyways, so basically, that's basically it for season 2. Nothing really crazy happened. I mean, of course, now Dukes is dead. That means Dexter's basically freed of this thing. However, this one character I didn't have the chance to mention in the first one is, of course, Roberta. Is that Roberta? No, Rita. Roberta, however, she's the chief of the police, or the captain of the police department, and she was a very good friend with Dukes. And unfortunately, since he died, it was really sad, and I really feel bad for Dukes when he died in season 2. However, season 3, they replaced Dukes with fucking Michael Keaton guy. I didn't really care much of the character, and I was just expecting him to die any moment. But whatever. Anyways, so season 3 basically is investigating the murders of the Bay Harbor Butcher, aka Dexter. And then now, season 3 is basically talking about the marriage and the ideology of Dexter being a daddy, because Rita is pregnant with Dexter, and that was pretty cool. I like, and it's destined that Dexter's gonna be a daddy very soon. But however, it does have some conflicts and stuff, like any other shows, and I like the idea of it. And of course, it also shows Deborah's relationships further. Especially she's been dating the Michael Keaton guy sometimes, but there wasn't really not much touch upon, but whatever. Anywho, there's not really much going on with season 3 besides one of my favorite characters ever, and I can't stress as much, is of course Miguel. Miguel Gestar, he's basically the police chief of the department, and he puts a lot of hard work, and you can see all that hard work. Yes, sometimes he does sometimes miss a few things that's pretty stupid of him, but he doesn't really care. He wanted to bring true justice to all these awful people who did awful things. However, this other person who I think is the actress that played Deborah Morgan, that was in The Taking of Deborah Morgan, or Deborah Logan. I think that's the character. I don't know. But yeah, this lady, who she's basically an attorney, who basically just takes down left criminals out of the streets, or to keep them on the streets basically. But sometimes it's a good thing, because sometimes you don't even know if these criminals are actually criminals. Because for all we know, they could be really innocent people. They didn't really do anything. And that's a good side of it. The bad side of it, you literally let criminals out the street. On the street, which is awful. Anyways, so basically, Miguel, he's knowing Dexter's, not fully of him, but his rules and what he does as a person, or who he is as a person. And Dexter considering Miguel as one of the best friends. And I like this relationship between Miguel and Dexter. It's really good. It's excellent. It's better than season 2 type of story. And yeah, and overall, it's really, really good. Anyways, so basically, there's this one other random serial killer who basically just hides himself in trees and then, like, skin people. And it's really fucking weird. And of course, there's some other side characters, villains that Dexter has that. Yeah, all that stuff. Nothing really interesting going on there. So basically, so far, Dexter is having this huge, like, rivalry between Miguel and Dexter. Because Miguel is not really following the rules. He's not killing serial killers. He's basically killing off just innocent people. He literally killed off the girl, the attorney lady, which it's really sad. And ironically, the attorney lady and Roberta are both really good friends. And I really feel sorry for her. And it's because she not only lost Dukes, but she also lost this fucking attorney lady. So, great. Which I do feel bad for her. I really like this character. But in the end of the future, it shows that she's gonna be not only dating Angel, but also be marrying Angel. But, of course, like the show, it basically breaks up these characters. And then she dates a different character. And they break up with that one. And then she started to get involved, getting so close to Dexter, just like Dukes. Except this time, unfortunately, she dies by Deborah. Just an awful, a really fucked position they're in. I will put more details of that later on. But for now, we'll get touched to season 3. Basically, he got Miguel, and then basically axed him off. And then the other guy who Miguel paid, the tree dude who kidnapped Dexter broke his hand for escaping. And then he ended up pushing him off a car, I think, or push him off the railings where the car ran him over and died. I think that's what happened. But yeah, basically just a quick way. It wasn't badass or anything. It wasn't cool. I was hoping it'd be really cool cinematography for fight scenes, which a good example of this is basically there's not much of like excellent like cinematography or fight scenes, especially when it comes to the fight scene of Dexter and Duke, which I was expecting to be a really awesome fight scene ever. And no, it was just quick and simple, just like every other show. Nothing really interesting. Like, as a cinematography guy, as a fighting scene, I was hoping there'd be a lot more climax to it, but whatever. Anyways, so basically, in the end of the season 3, they got married, and then they went, and then season 4, now Rita has the baby, and Dexter's no longer who he is now, because considering he's a daddy now. He's tired, he's exhausted, he's getting sloppy because his new baby. And the hours are like fucking his own schedules up. And yeah, and you know, all that stuff. And then we have the new villain, of course, which is the Trinity Killer, aka the Harry and the Hendersons' dad, basically. Who I really like this actor. He plays very well in many roles, and I think he fucking run this under the ball. And it's good job, man. He did really well with this character. Especially he not only killed women and a random women and a guy. There was also a child he kills, and to remind you, the Trinity Killer kills every year in different states and different countries. I mean, not different countries, just in different states. But specifically, it's meant for like a recapping his memory of his fucked up past, where his mother killed herself, and then her sister like basically drowned by the backer, like she killed herself or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, she basically died. The Dayod basically was murdered, and then finally, and then he's kidnapped his supposed to be his younger version of himself, but in reality he's kidnapping a child and then burying them with cement alive. Oh boy, that's a treat. And he's been doing it for a long time. There's a lot of people he killed every year, and so that's really unfortunate. Sorry, water break. Haha. I know I should edit this out, but guess what? Nope, I ain't gonna do that because I am Eddie. Anyways, so basically it shows Dexter he's finally got his working schedule really well, including his rituals, aka his killings, back in track again, where he's no longer tired. And he almost got caught again when he got a car accident. And so now and then since he hasn't went to the doctor because of this, everyone else is like, no, you can't drive now. Yeah, I drive with that now. Which it ruins his rituals and, him as the lone wolf, where he doesn't rely on people. And then a few other random side villains too that just so fucking random. Like, there's like literally a flamethrower dude that just leads to nowhere. I really wish there's something to do with him, but it's just filler, in my opinion. There's nothing. That's all it is. It's nothing but filler for the episodes to be longer. It's stupid, but whatever. I'll roll with it. Anywho, basically, like I said, the relationship between, Roberta and... Not Roberta, Rita. No, Roberta, yeah. Roberta and Angel relationship is, he's having... Because the captain's like, no, you can't do that. It's against your priorities, man. You can't... Coworker can't have a relationship. And the old guy knows Dexter and stuff, and knows his stepfather very well, and he tell him all the secrets and stuff, and then the fact that he not only is pretty racist, but he's kind of an asshole too, but hey, whatever. Anyways, so basically, after Dexter he had many chances to kill this fucker, the Trinity Killer. He had many opportunities to do it, but of course not, he did not. And so that leads to consequences into this entire thing. He discovered his family, this nice family. It started off really nice, they discovered the family. But then you discover the family are just awful, are just traumatized. The mom is basically just a puppet under his strain, and the daughter is just basically trapped there. Because he's so convinced that that's not his daughter, that's his sister, and he wants to protect her, so lock her up all times. However, the son, however, the Trinity Killer basically abused the shit out of his son to a pulp, and it's really sad, And Dexter can't do anything about it, besides just trying to defend the family, you know what I mean? And of course, he tried to stop the Trinity Killer to kill anyone else, especially a child, which of course Dexter stopped it. and he actually caught the Trinity Killer, stop his tracks. But before he died, it was really sweet actually. He basically starts a song where the same song he loved to listen to when he was a kid, and start the his choo choo train. A sweet moment. I like that. It just shows Dexter isn't that guy. And of course, especially the Trinity Killer, he's a sweet guy. He does church communities. He creates churches and stuff. And he almost commits suicide, but Dexter saved him because he didn't want him to die. He really think he could change, but in the end but unfortunately, Dexter learns that you can't really change them, really. They can only change themselves. And yeah, Dexter would never make that mistake ever again. And basically, and unfortunately, there were other incidents that happened where he had many opportunities to kill him, but whatever. And especially, literally, the Trinity Killer discovered his true name, because Dexter. Because like Dexter, clever as a cat, he uses fake names so these people don't have to go after him. You know what I mean? Smart. And so unfortunately, the Trinity Killer knows his real name. Therefore, he knows where his family is. He was hoping that his kids, and Rita can basically get out of there, go to Disneyland with their grandparents. I don't know. And so unfortunately, Rita didn't leave. And unfortunately, the end of the season, it shows that Rita died in the bathtub. And basically bleeding. Just the same way the Trinity Killer killed the women victims. And the first victim, I mean. And unfortunately, the baby was covered with blood. His son. And unfortunately, it gave him horrible flashbacks of him when he was a baby, too. When he was covered with his mom's blood, too. Because, she was literally butchered by a fucking chainsaw. But yeah, it was really tragedy. It was really sad. And then season 5 shows basically if the FBI, assuming that Dexter's the one to kill Rita, and not the Trinity Killer. And it's really tragedy that happened. And he ended up hiding away, because he can't really feel emotional about this kind of stuff. And he ended up randomly killing an innocent guy who's just being an asshole. Like, still, it doesn't give Dexter the right to kill an innocent guy, though. It's stupid. But whatever. Anywho, so basically Harry is helping him through all this traumatic experience, and basically Harry is his new imaginary friend, and basically he's trying to guide him, and give him advices and stuff. So far he's been giving shitty advices too, but whatever. And then this is actually season 5 is actually the time where the actor who played Dexter, he was suffering of cancer, and therefore he lost all his hair, and so at the time he was wearing a wig, and so when he was crying and stuff, this felt like his legit thoughts about not only his character, but what he was going through at that time, because I think he went through a divorce with, ironically, Deborah. Which they were husband and wife, but they broke up. They're still friends, but still, it probably just give more a knife in the gut, basically. Yeah. So it was really a sad moment there for Dexter, but he went back, explained, and he visited the funeral and stuff. The fucking kids, or the daughter was just being a total bitch to Dexter. I don't blame her, but I don't blame Dexter. Like, dude, don't blame the guy. He didn't control that. He couldn't able to stop it. Like, how were you even to know that the Trinity Killer was about to kill his wife? I didn't see that coming. but whatever. And so basically, she no longer wants to live with Dexter, the son. Her brother. He wants to stay with his sister. You know what I mean? I don't blame him. Which in the other seasons, or season 5, she basically got older and becoming more like, ooh, gothy, edgy teen, smoking, stealing, ha ha ha. But then she learned her lesson and stuff. She stopped smoking, stopped drinking, be really cool friends with Dexter and Deborah and all that stuff. All that, no biggie. And then, and also there's this random ass fuck scene where Roberta was almost pro Jared because Dexter was gone. It was so weird. I wasn't really a big fan of it. It's like, whatever. And also, Roberta had a problem about, oh, how dare you? You still have your own apartment. How fucking dare you? And granted, he doesn't like the idea of her knowing the truth of what he really is. And I'm glad she didn't discover it. But whatever. And so, season 5, so far, nothing really serious happens besides this one event that basically discovers that this killer, that these, the barrel killers, or aka the roadkill killer, are basically kidnapping girls and basically raping and torturing and killing them. And unfortunately, leaving their bodies in bins and throwing in the swamp, which is really sad. And unfortunately, when he killed the roadkill dude, he discovered there's one of the victims are still alive and saw everything, and therefore she can't leave because he doesn't trust her, and I don't blame him. And so eventually, she trusts Dexter now, and they end up becoming not only close friends, but also a legit relationship, actually. And she really wants revenge against these people who did awful shit to her. And so, of course they did. They killed one by one of each asshole, and killed the main guy who actually is the spokesperson, whatever, who motivates people to just do what you gotta do. You take, yeah. I just like, oh, that sounds egotistical maniacs right there. But whatever. Anywho, so basically, they of course kill off all these characters, kill off all these dudes who did all this awful shit to her. But Deborah was right fucking there. I just like, almost caught Dexter too, in the whole fucking middle. But Deborah decided to let them go because they see her as a victim, and she just wants to take justice in her own hands. And yeah, I don't blame her. And so, and then also, Michael Keaton guy hired this other dude, this old dude who was supposed to be a detective, is a retired or a fired detective. But of course, he caught Dexter, and of course the dude was fucking stupid, and so Dexter was clever as a mouse, and so he ended up killing this fucking guy. Basically almost got caught by Michael Keaton guy, but he didn't. But he escaped, and guys, he did what he gotta do, and unfortunately the girl had to leave because Dexter's what he call it, the dark passenger, basically this thing that makes him have these urges to kill and have these awful thoughts about it. However, she no longer has it because she got her revenge and she feels whole again. Although revenge doesn't really help anyone, though, to be fair. Just look at Afro Samurai. Come on, guys. Anyways, so basically she goes back to her husband or her boyfriend, whatever, and Dexter is going to be taking care of his baby now. And Deborah, she feels really happy about herself. And then She's almost got married to Michael Keaton guy, but she's don't want to because she's not really ready for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It makes sense. I don't blame her because fuck Michael Keaton guy. I don't know him. Oh boy. And then season 6, however, season 6 did a whole different turn with it. It's basically focused on this religious fanatic. The way he does his victims are pretty creative and pretty cool. But then, I don't know, it started really cool, but then it started off, by the end of it, it just shows this nice guy, but he was a nice guy, but the twist is, he wasn't a nice guy. Instead, he had this imaginary friend, this old guy, who we all thought he was alive, but I guess he wasn't, he was dead, who was a psychiatrist guy, teaching about religion and stuff, religious texts. But of course, he was dead all along, and this guy was a complete fucking loony who hired other religious loonies to almost kill Deborah with a fucking bomb. But Dexter saved her by pushing her into the fucking interrogation room. The loony lady, and then Dexter killed the other guy who made the bomb in some random boat, who killed a other lady too, which is sad. Yeah, so Dexter killed 2 loonies, so that's good. However, the main boss loony basically kidnapped or got angeled and almost killed him, but thank God for Michael Keaton guy, and thank God for teamwork. Ha ha ha. And then it shows that and he ended up killing off. And then Deborah, for whatever reason, she's been talking to this therapist, but for whatever reason, she's having incest feelings to Dexter, which is so fucking strange. I would never understand why they even add that scene, but you do you, guys. You do you. Anyways, so far this season, it's just completely stupid. I just really wish that it have this route where it has this, this psychopath, this religious psycho. It's stupid. Anyways, and it shows this other priest dude who was super chill. I thought he was a criminal, but turns out he was just a really chilled guy he fixed cars and stuff. But then he got murdered by his good friend, Emilio. I don't know his name. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, so basically, this guy confesses to Dexter. He's like, I killed that fool because he don't know shit. Fool. Ha ha ha. And then Dexter drowned his ass. Either way, he should do that because it's against not only because it wasn't just his code that he should do it. Yeah, it's the right thing to do, but it's part of his religious his belief now, his religious belief, where it completely destroyed all of his belief. It completely violated the priest dudes, his code. Like, it violates his grave. You know what I mean? And of course, that now the imaginary friend is the ice pick killer, who's like, yeah, do evil shit, do evil stuff. It's only one episode too. And it never happened ever again. Same thing as when Deborah did cocaine and shit, and did alcohol and stuff on season 8, I think. And it's never been touched upon ever again. After she'd done it, and then she just stopped doing it ever again. What the hell? Because cocaine is very, very addictive. You would think that you will have a hard time trying to, control her urges. And it'd be an interesting idea to touch upon that with serial killer, with murder, and, with drugs. I think that makes a lot of sense, but whatever, The last 3 seasons were just complete garbage. They added a bunch of serial killers, a bunch of random characters that we don't even fucking care about. But whatever. Anywho, so basically, after he finally got this fucker who literally almost killed Harrison, Dexter's newborn baby, which is sad because he was so cute. He wear a little lion costume, so cute. And the most dumbest part is, at the fucking galaxy, there's a security guard or a police officer carrying a fucking machine gun. And this religious dude got him by Assassin's Creed style. What the hell? First of all, he turned and he has a machine gun. Machine guns basically spread multiple bullets. And especially, why the fuck Dexter could just use the machine gun? Hello? Use the machine gun. The machine gun is right fucking there. Hello? It's so stupid. I hate that. It's so dumb. Use the machine gun and go blah. Well, I don't know why this is so hard, but whatever. Anyways, and just say excuses that you're trying to defend yourself. He's literally caught your child. He literally almost killed him. Wouldn't that make more sense? But oh yeah, it's Dexter, because he didn't control. He had to do his ritual. Wouldn't it make more sense if it's fucking he did just straight up shoot him and save all the trouble? No, of course not, because they had to do it so Deborah can meet Dexter right in the fucking church where he's literally did the murder. And that's where it hits to season 7. Season 7, it started off as basically Dexter's trying to book it. We all thought he'd try and book it, but it turns out he actually was trying to target this guy. But it shows that Deborah does know that Dexter is the Bayhopper Butcher. And Deborah is having second thoughts about this. He was so fucking traumatized. And Dexter, of course, left a little trace behind, which is stupid, because the fact that this religious dude literally pours his own blood out of his fucking gullet and